You guys remember when the Olympics came to Blackburn? Come on, remember 1980, you know, that lovely festival. Okay everyone, welcome to Blackburn, up in Lancashire. We're 21 miles north. We're 21 miles north-northwest of Manchester. And we're under a relic, well it's still being used, a relic of the industrial past of Blackburn. Now let's go into town. Of course I've got free parking just outside the city centre. Now just to tell you a bit about Blackburn. Blackburn is the largest town in Lancashire. Around it you've got Accrington, Bury to the south, Ramsbottom, Clitheroe and Darwen. And I was going to be Charles in Darwen today, but things evolved to Blackburn. So Blackburn was extremely powerful quite a long while ago. Between 1780 and 1880, and obviously a bit into the 20th century as well, it was a massive textiles place, much like other places in the northwest of England. And if you read about the history, there was a constant struggle, a constant bit of strife between the cotton workers, the working classes, and the mill owners, the upper classes, the capitalist owners, the owners of the means of production. And so, you know, this is in the 1700s. Isn't that amazing how this place can have almost, you know, 250 years of history, which when you think of other places isn't that much. And the name Blackburn comes from the old Anglo-Saxon to mean a muddy or a very dark spot in the river, in the burn. No matter where you come in England, you're never very far away from the COVID centres and the crackheads. Down south in Manchester, you have Canal Street. In Blackburn, you've got Mincing Lane. Ooh, sir. Right, it's Charles on Darwen Street. I better not keep cracking this joke all day. Let's evolve our thoughts a bit past Charles on Darwen Street. Oh fuck, is that the Galapagos Islands? Ha ha ha. Okay, my immediate town centre vibes. Senses are tingling. We pass Pyramids Takeaway on Darwen Street. And what would a northern town centre be without a giant Wetherspoons commandeering amazing buildings in the city centre? But it's all shut. Everything's shut. You want to go for a pint? No, not allowed. Oh my god, I've seen some abandoned, burnt out roof thing. Got to go look at that. But just enjoy the architecture. There's still a lot of traditional buildings around. And of course, everything is shut down. Let's see if we can get a vibe in the centre there. Yeah, shut down. I think they're trying to renovate some of it, but a big question, ladies and gentlemen. Please listen to this. Please listen to this point. There's a big balance to be made for councils to invest tens of millions in these satellite towns, especially the northern satellite towns. And apologies to anyone from Blackburn that doesn't see it as a satellite town to Manchester. But what I'm about to say might make some sense. This is a former Wheat Sheaf Hotel. Lovely building, but closed down. You know, nobody can deny the fact that young people, especially nowadays, young people with access to the internet, talking about 16, 17, 18-year-olds, young people with access to the internet, do you think they want to stay in smaller, deprived, failing satellite towns when they can move to Leeds or Manchester or Birmingham or London? So councils, sometimes they'll spend millions of pounds regenerating a town centre like Bolton, Oldham, Rochdale, Stockport, Blackburn. And what do all your future taxpayers do? They move to the big cities to look for work, to look for love, to look for opportunities. So do I know what the answer is? Do I hell? But one thing I do know is that there is an argument to be made to turn these satellite towns into nice residential units and maybe a high-speed train or a high-speed bus service. Look at me, I'm probably suggesting things which already exist. There's the X41 bus that goes flying from Blackburn into Manchester. Hello, kitty. You gonna come say hello? Yeah. That's what everyone feels about me, cat. How cool is this facade? Isn't it crazy that such grand buildings get turned into like into John's snooker bar, and even that is closed down. Yeah, fire will mess up most things, especially the roof. Maybe John needed an insurance payout. Who knows? I'm not saying lots of commercial fires are due to insurance fraud, but lots of commercial fires are due to insurance fraud. Anyone else getting a 1960s TV show vibe from this font? Maybe a Hanna-Barbera cartoon? I do. And here's a lovely sign of faith. Here's the armored stained glass of a brutalist 1970s church. We're at the back, and then you have a look at a little bit of skyline from this angle. Lots of quacks in this pandemic. That's where we saw the duck. We come round, I've come across some sort of open air plaza here. There's a church. There's your nonsense corporate ball art. And we look downhill. And of course, no town centre is complete without your hyper-depressive 1970s mall with no windows and brutality, looking like a Soviet prison, a Soviet KGB headquarters. So they don't know, but Blackburn is thought to originate from a Roman settlement consisting of 4 roads. Bloody hell. Yeah, textiles. Textiles, important commercial area. Yeah, at the beginning of the 20th century, Blackburn was at its peak as a cotton centre, but by the end of the century, the industry had buckled. Not slowed down, not declined, buckled. Now, do you know how you can smell bullshit? Government propaganda bullshit words. Here we go. Diversification, regeneration, and reuse became the watchwords. That's bullshit words, they mean. Bullshit, empty words designed to just bamboozle the public. As Blackburn reinvented itself as a modern, successful, multicultural community. Okay, government, I'll believe it. And of course it's brought to you by Blackburn and Darwin Borough Council. Of course they'd say these lovely words. 7 years ago, I was a charity street mugger. I worked for the Guide Dogs and then Farm Africa. And my one memory of Blackburn is being on this drag here, outside McDonald's, in probably the worst part of Blackburn, that it's pedestrianised, and I think it was the one place we were allowed to do the charity street mugging. You know those people with clipboards and fake smiles that come up to you and ask you to save the kids or the dogs or the starving kids or whatever it is. It's a massive scam. It yes, at the very end, maybe 2 or 3%, maybe 5% of your money will go to the charity. You'd probably be better off just asking for a raise at work and letting your extra taxes help out the poor, because when you sign up with a charity street mugger, these are private individuals working for a private limited company, earning between £9 and £12 an hour. And so on a day you'll earn 70, 80 pounds. They then sell the standing order form, the direct debit form, to the charities for like 150, 200. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get rid of charity street mugging forever, what you do is sign up as often as you can. Start as many direct debit mandates as you can. Make sure your first payment is maybe a month away, and then cancel after 20 days once they've already sold it to the charity. If you really want to make sure you screw them over, let the first payment go through. Pay £8 to Oxfam or Barnardo's or whoever, and then after your £8 donation has gone through, then you cancel. The charities very quickly will realize, hold on a second, we're paying these outside contractors. Bloody hell, if the private companies are paying their street team £12 an hour, as the agency they're probably getting £20 an hour from the charities. It's wrong, it's tricky, your average person on the street doesn't understand it, and it's immoral. It's not right. People signing up, you know, when I was working for the guide dogs, they're like, oh wow, I'm giving £8 a month to the guide dogs, I'm going to be helping blind children, you know, disabled children, lots of Labradors that need a job. And love that, dogs that, unemployed dogs get hired by the guide dogs. But no, a very small amount. Oh Jesus, they're even advertising the vaccination center that we've just been at on the telescreen. Wow. This is some quantum field collapse, dream within a dream inception shit going on here. Wonderful. Hey, at least the town hall is phenomenal, guys. It's big, it's beautiful. And oh no, they've put a little umbilical cord to the shopping mall over there. No! Hope you're enjoying the widescreen. Look at this statue, compare that to the Victoria statue. Clean, squeaky clean, but they do not like Queen Victoria up north. Wonder why. Opposite the town hall, some old church, ripe for redevelopment. Ripe for something. Maybe, who knows, to even be a church again. Darling, here's my kind of establishment, the Squire, appealing to me. I am the demographic, I am the target market. Who wants to go in for a drink to escape the riffraff, the oi polloi, and the crackheads? Let's go in and have a little dram of brandy, some whiskey, maybe even a gin and tonic with cucumber. Oh, dearie me. Our plans for having a drink in the Squire have been scuppered by the fact that it's an empty shell. Oh my, here's a street sign that's going to age very well. Modern art is not art, especially when it's not engineer-built corporate art like this monstrosity here. I can only imagine these tubes light up at night. Now, just imagine a passerby feeling a bit dejected, maybe a bit sad. At least when they see this magnificent piece of aesthetic joy, their hearts are uplifted. What a load of shit. They don't feel anything when they see that. Maybe if like they work in construction, they'd be like, that cable is a bit frayed at the end. Need to sort that out. But other than that, nonsense. Probably cost about £50,000 as well to install that. Pisses me off. Guys, this one tickled me. It's a club, bar, pub here on Northgate. Electric Church. Check out this awesome symbol here. It says, "The faith is rock and roll." And then you come down. And like, of course, many of you very familiar with symbolism. Of course, there's Baphomet pointing up, pointing down. Yes, let's ignore that for a second. Guns N' Roses with the skulls, but I like it. If you're offended by that, I think you actually need to go in and have a drink. Looks good when the sun's reflecting. Yeah, it's all right. We'll give it a pass. Modern architecture, pass. So here I am walking around with peace in my heart, and I wasn't ready for this nightmare fuel art. Some sort of Tim Burton-esque puppet doll riding a giant owl, moth, insect praying mantis thing, pulling the strings on some strange machine where another little imp with long arms and a bandana across his face is also pulling the strings, and everything is connected. I should be an art critic. And Ladies and gentlemen, this here is Blackburn Magistrates Court, and I thought it was flats, but it's not flats. I think this is going to be the last building, guys, in our architectural look around Blackburn. The sun is shining, the weather is sweet, yeah. Okay, I'll show you Blackburn Library. Enjoy that. Come on. There you go. Blackburn Library. Blackburn Library. And then we go back. Again. Neo-Gothic Art Deco lights, just like we saw at the Plaza Theatre in Stockport. And thank you to all the viewers who said that Peaky Blinders was filmed in there. Other people had said they'd been in there for functions. Awesome, man. For those of you who have, it's nice to get... Hello. How's it going?
Oh, what? No, it's big nosy, mate.
Oh, big nosy. Well, I'll tell you what, look, I'm filming.
I thought I was on camera there.
You know what? Friendly guy like you, you've got a heart. Would you like to feature on my tour of Blackburn video?
I would.
Good man. Let me just turn the camera. As I was filming this building here, a guy, and it's amazing the energy, the difference. He was super curious. Oh, what are you filming? And I was like, oh, you having? And he's like, no, I'm just curious, just being nosy. And he said it in such a friendly way. And then I said to him, oh, do you want to be in my video? Blah blah blah. And then I got chatting to him off camera. His name's Dave from Blackburn, and Dave's struggling. Let's just say Dave is struggling. So out of, well, humane considerations, I didn't feature Dave in the video. King George's Hall. Then you go down the hill to the Victoria Centre, and as I do like my modern architectural critique, I see some modern nonsense. We're gonna go and critique it. And before we go there, just the same story. Oh, let's run across to not get run over. The same story in all these towns is the abandoned, super nice 100-year-old. This one's 1910, 111 years old and abandoned. So let's go and get upset at some modern architecture. This could be Liverpool or anywhere, Liverpool or Rome, as Rotterdam is anywhere alone. And of course, there you go, cinema, just like everywhere else. Car park, something. Now, this seems to be some sort of swimming pool leisure center. Let's come around. We're approaching another square. And I'll tell you what I like about this is the excellent transparent section in the water slide, so that obviously back in the old normal, you can see it continue indoors in the swimming pool. Back in the old normal, you'd be blasting through on the water slide and be able to see for a split second the outside world, like Mr. Robin here. Sing away, little guy, sing away. Moving away from Robin and the slide, it's all Blackburn College around here. Regional Automotive Technology Hub. Good. You know what, it's not so bad. You've got, oh look, it's another COVID-19 testing center, vaccination center. But if you look here, more Blackburn College. This whole, yeah, Blackburn College. This whole square here is Blackburn College. Someone pointed out, one of my viewers, it says funded by the UK government. It's actually incorrect. UK government isn't a profit-making thing that can generate money. It's funded by the UK taxpayers, the UK public. They should tell the truth. This is what's it called? A symptomatic test center. So if you have the symptoms, you come here. Okay guys, I think that's it. I think that's Blackburn. Oh, you want to see some nice statistics, right? You see how it says here, 99.7% overall A-level pass rate. To the uninitiated mind, you go, wow, almost 100% of people get A to C grades. About 20 years ago, even a F. An F is a pass now. So you can turn up, write your name incorrectly, get an F, and you've passed. Because you get a star for taking part, not to be graded. Because grades, is illegal under the Equality Act of 2010. I just made that last bit up, ignore it. That's quite interesting. We're looking inside the test area. They have transparent sheets into each section is its own little unit, as you'd expect if they're trying to stop airborne particles going around. It's like a military field hospital, isn't it? Oh my. This might well be the worst example of a church I've ever seen, and they all seem to be Methodist churches. When you approach this building, does it inspire feelings of awe, of the absolute, of eternity, of infinite love? It's not a sight you see every day. Shrink-wrapped coffins all lined up like that. Damn. Weird. Very cool. Textiles. Sewing. Jones, it says in the bottom left corner, English made. Remember when England used to make stuff? Harris, there you go, I bet that's British made. Look at the decorations they used to put on these things. Look at that. Gorgeous machines. London-based company, Foddles. Look, they're all beautiful. And then there's even a little baby one. A cute little baby one from Jones over there. Reject modernity, embrace tradition, guys.